Sorry, I was swallowing a cookie because there's so many cookies to swallow.
There's so many cookies.
There's like a lot. They're delicious, don't get me wrong. It's just there's like a lot of cookies to swallow. Hi, everybody. Welcome
To Thursday.
Well, welcome to Thursday, but welcome to the last breakfast stream of 2023. Did you realize that was today?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, this is the last one. Forever this year. There won't be any more until when you look at a calendar, the last digit is not a 3 anymore, it's a 4.
That was so convoluted.
I guess I could have said there won't be any more till Tuesday. That also works. Hi. Learner says, bye 3. I won't miss 3. Like, it was fine.
Yeah.
But it was only fine. 4 will be better. I'm looking forward to 4. Goodness. We got 56-month resub at tier 3 subby from Spinatrap. Spinatrap, thank you. 59 months from Luna Pearl. 50 months from NG Ben. Anise gifted 5 subs to the Lone Sand Slash, Rotom Amidi, Gingy786, Robotic Yeti, and Roburbs. Anise, thank you.
Give the world a surprise with Tiny Eddie's Wizard Appearing Cookie and Coke Zero bundles.
Morning, Chaz.
Hi.
That Eddie seemed very specific.
Very pointed.
Very pointed. 1050 from Anise who says, hey Eddie, please send me a warming snack / beverage, or send the Raleigh Collective something calming for end of year stress. Send the Raleigh Collecting something calming. Jazz!
This is calming. I guess I'm part of the Raleigh Collective now then.
Yeah. Guess you are.
Alright, sounds good.
Well, it's settled. Alright. I'm gonna move on. Anise, thank you. We also had 11 months from Golong 4, 13 from Candy Lou B, 31 from Good Faye Fox, 61 from Cosmic Searle, 63 from Hound Flash, a subscription from Ludicrous 44.
Welcome.
62 months from Kiwili Scipio, 6 from Shane the Destroyer, 5 from the Blue-Haired Cyborg. Genesis gifted 5 subs. To Ghosty Toasty 3, Green Day Rock Paper Moon, KA Gamer Kyle, and Red Plum 22. Genesis, thank you for the gift subs. Are we in the we're in like gift sub special time?
Yes. Aren't we?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't.
I've been busy.
Wonder why.
Chill the second. Some with gift subs. I don't. They're 25% off. Okay. I was like something. I don't know what, but something. Until January 2nd. Genesis, thank you. Vegetable Sorbet gifting 15 subs to Project_ Captain Ricky, Porcelain, Masala Chai, Lovely Hal, Nutmeg 79, Arctic Kitsune 213, Steel Moon 123, Purple Pollo, Orchid Frog.
You know that word.
It's in a list though. Roma 818, Valaburn, Clovau, Lil Nina's 89, and Rena the Bat. Vegetable Sorbet, thank you. I appreciate it. We get 300 bits from Aldo with the George Star Rain. 19 months from Doan 2300. 57 from Sudabite. 300 bits from Will Peters that says, give me a cookie or I commit a crime. That's how I feel every morning.
Ska.
We'll see if anyone noticed. It's the first time it's played. There we go. That was Chugga Conroy. It finally played.
It finally played.
He'll be excited to know that played. We got 300 bits from DC20 Will Save, who says, can't wait to see today's special guest. Well, I mean...
What a special guest that is.
Well, I mean...
I thought you were trying to take it, and I was like, you can have it. I'll get a different one.
You are a special guest, but now you're...
Now I'm just a normal guest.
Uh-huh.
Well, now you're not even a guest.
I guess. I mean, in this house, yeah.
Oh, I guess you're a guest in this house.
I didn't move in here.
Yeah.
We tell everyone that they're just welcome. Like all of our friends who live here.
Just come on over. Come on down. We had 18 months from Quill J1. 10 subs from Kalen Lux, who gifted subs to 12 Solid, NYPD 83, Lord Dragoon Wolf, Shopkeeper Cat, Vlovely, Chaotic Lemming, Demigod Demery, Green Eric 44, Oddball Gamer, and Team Riptide. Kalen, thank you. There's a lot of gift subs this morning. We got 300 bits from Slick Duke, who says time to play Alert Roulette, Clown Mummy Honk, Toasty M&M Yak, Wow Moon Ska Ham Sugar Salt, Bear Jimmy Ooh Woo Ghost Pear Pork.
Kind of remarkable they got Sky out of all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very lucky. Because Emil was wondering when that alert was going to be heard. That was put into the system like 2 weeks ago, maybe? We got 41 months from Kayla Crisp 88. Go Long 4 gifted 5 subs to Seized Waffle, Soul Maestro, Kenji 183, Prismatic Phantasma, and Jillian. Go Long, thank you. We got 26 months from Sonic the X-Rider, 40 months from Gemini 104, 36 from Zephyr West, that's a 3. Congrats on the 3. 31 months from Hero Protagonist, and Tiger gifted a sub to Neptune Lycan. A name that I've only messed up every time I've ever said it for 5 years. Fossix also gifted a sub to Kobe Beef. Oh shoot. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
All right. If everyone wants to hear the new ska, clearly.
Ska.
You can tell on the ska that it's Emil. Up to that point, you're like, I'm not sure, and then whenever you get to that ska, you can tell like that's Emil. It's great. Fossick says it was the most expensive meal. It was like, honestly, so we had Kobe beef one time, and it was extremely expensive, and it's one of the only times in my life where I've been like, this expensive food was worth it. I've had a lot of expensive food that is not worth it, but that one?
Well, we had gone to a yakiniku place in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And we ordered like regular stuff, but then they had that as like an add-on. And we were like, yes.
I mean, we actually didn't spend that much money.
We only got one piece each.
Because we got such a small amount. It's just
it was
really
like
expensive.
A small piece.
Oh man, it's hard to it's like beef that feels like butter in your mouth.
It just melts. It's so good.
Very good. It's wildly good. We had 300 bits and fries. Pikachu says, can't believe it's already the last breakfast stream of 2023. How time has flown. It's been a little bit of a weird year for me, but not too bad overall. Bring on 2024. Also, there's a ska variant now. There is. Now there are 2 ska. One ska goes, and the other ska goes, because that's...
And now there's 4 ska.
I like ska music, but there is not a lot of variation in ska music. Yeah. And...
A tasty reminder of the season's joy. Tiny Eddie's enchanted fruitcake on a stick candy apple.
Fruitcake on a stick. We had 1,000 bits from Blue-Haired Cyborg says, I come to you for good vibes. After bad mental health, I lost my job this year, but I've now made it to affiliate on Twitch and started writing for a website. I'm having to move back home, but wanted to say thank you to all for helping carry me through this year. I'm usually a lurker or VOD squad, but the people here are all amazing. Good vibes to all for the coming year. Good vibes.
Good vibes to you.
It sounds like, despite some difficulties, you're doing some things that will help you.
Yes.
Finding joy in life is sometimes difficult, but also when you can find it, it's worthwhile. So I'm glad that you're finding some things that bring you some happiness. Unlike fruitcake on a stick, which would not bring me happiness, but
Have you ever had it?
Actually, no.
I mean, it's just fruitcake on a stick flavored enchanted candy apple.
So it's just a fruitcake flavored candy apple.
So
Fruitcake on a stick flavored candy apple.
Is there a taste
can really
of
taste the stick.
in the candy apple? Okay.
But you think it's good because it's enchanted.
Yes.
And you fall asleep and there's some dwarves. It's a whole mess.
That sounds complicated. Like most things that come out of Tiny Eddie. When I say out of Tiny Eddie, I mean like... like the creation of... I have a tendency to wipe. So anyway, Chaz and Jeff live here now.
All right. Someone asked when we moved. It was almost exactly 12 hours ago.
Correct.
that we
Yeah.
arrived.
Yeah. Yeah. So Raleigh Collective has moved from 7 people to 9 people. I just want to make sure it was clear that Chaz is not like visiting. Chaz like lives here now as of yesterday. So
And
this is
Jeff also lives here.
and Jeff also lives here.
He was much more sensible and decided to relax and have a coffee instead of come over here this morning.
That's totally reasonable. Yeah, there. Jeff says I also. Hey, Jeff. So yeah, we got 9 people.
We were over last night helping unload some things, keeping an eye on cats.
Yeah.
There are 3 cats.
Yeah, there were 3 cats for all my day yesterday.
I'm super curious how that went because we had Kepler in the car for 2.5 hours when we moved to North Carolina.
And he did poorly.
And it was such a traumatic experience for everyone. It was awful.
So, well, I guess I should start by saying Brandon flew into Indiana a couple days ago on Christmas Day, actually, to help us out with the move and help us with finishing packing.
Yep.
We also had help from Jeff's brother to finish packing, so I appreciate him too. But so we had Brandon partially to help us move, but also partially to help me keep my sanity in the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we came with the U-Haul because we had to, because of some of the stuff with all the stuff we have for Jeff's work and stuff. We couldn't use normal movers. So Jeff was going to have to drive the U-Haul because I cannot drive a vehicle of that size, which meant I
Same.
was going to have to drive
Your
our
vehicle.
car with the cats in it.
The Catmobile.
And I don't do the long drive.
Yeah.
It's not a thing I do generally. And I certainly don't do the long drive with the 3 cat.
You had said that Venser's never gone longer than 10 minutes in the car last night until
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, Elspeth and Koth have both had a trip of a couple of hours for big vet visits out of town, but Venser had never left Muncie before yesterday. So, anyways, Brandon was there to keep me company in the car and help keep me sane. And we also got the gabapentin that Kep is so familiar with.
He is.
And we got them all gabapentin, and it affected them differently.
That's interesting because we've only ever had to drug him.
Yeah, so it affected Venser not nearly as much as the other 2. And there's a couple reasons you could
He is
theorize
the
for
biggest
that.
cat.
He is twice the body weight of them, so the same dose is probably going to affect him less. Also, drugs that turn off your brain don't work so good if he has no brain to begin with. So he's naturally immune.
He was a little wobbly last night.
A little. Just a little bit.
So he was probably the noisiest over the whole and the most alert over the whole journey. Mostly everyone slept. There were a couple meows here and there. Elspeth was awake in the last hour because, it had been over 12 hours since the drugs. So she was meowing a little bit. And, he's sitting next to him on the beanbag. That's good. What else? We only had one accident. And it was really late. It was like in the last hour. Had to clean up from one cat, but everyone else did fine. And it's not that she didn't do fine. She didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a very long day in a car.
It wasn't a gross and unpleasant trip.
I'm so.
Meanwhile, Kepler on 2.5 hours screams the whole way, throws up, pees,
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in hindsight, we made 2 critical mistakes.
Yes.
First critical mistake, we did not drug Kepler.
We didn't do that then.
We did not drug Kepler. We should have, but we did not. Second critical mistake, we had a doggy pee pad, and because we were like, oh, this will help because if he pees, it'll help absorb, which is true. But doggy pee pads have a natural, a pheromone thing sprayed into them that makes animals want to pee. And that's actually not good. So he did want to pee, and then he did. Yeah. I'm sure, so the advantage of the pee pad is then if you have it, a dog will be like,
it's supposed to attract puppies to it
Yes.
to pee
When
on.
it's in a house, and they
Yes.
can get away from it when they don't need to pee.
Yes.
Yes. It's just not good if the cat. Anyway, yeah. We should have gotten one that like didn't do that, but we didn't know that.
Yeah, we just literally walked into the store and we're like, okay.
We learned after.
Yeah.
Duskard says, "Does it work on cats?" It does. It does.
Noah has unscented ones for the mice.
That's what we needed. See, he peed right before we left too.
Yeah.
Like we watched him pee, and I was like, oh, thank God he peed. We got him in the car, and it wasn't, 30 minutes in or something, he started to cry. And then the crying got more and more severe. And I was like...
He also rolls when he tries to escape things, so he was like rolling.
So he was crying, and the crying got more severe until the crying stopped. And then we smelled pee, and we're like, oh. This entire time he was like, had to pee very bad. But there was also nowhere for him to do it.
Yeah.
I was hoping that he would pee and then we would make it the 2.5 hours. It did not happen. Anyway, so yeah, you did really great considering you had three times as many cats and 3 times further to go.
We prepared well.
Yeah.
And it worked out. And they're all exploring the house. They're not used to having 3 floors of living space, but they're used to stairs because we had the cat litter boxes in the basement before. But they're really only used to stairs mean that's where a litter box is, and now it means stairs where that's where more house is, and more stairs for more house.
John streams over. We got 33 months from Cheese's Saves, 33 months also from Zatoichi, and 60 months from Anchman85. Hey, congrats on the 5.
Guess we can't raid John.
Yeah, John streams over, but that's okay, we're still up. I probably should remove this from the playlist.
You did say that last time.
Well, that was a different computer. Or was it this computer?
Who knows?
I am gonna remove this so it doesn't play again. This will be the last time. You can say farewell, friends, to farewell, friends, because it's not gonna play again. Oh yeah, it was the Starfield stream. Yeah. Speaking of, sorry I didn't get to do Starfield yesterday. Something was happening. Something was happening. But now that Chaz and Jeff live here, now I can do Starfield today. I'll do it today. So today at 1 p.m. in like, how many hours is that? 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'll do Starfield.
Yeah, Stephen and Mal did an amazing job of preparing our house, and there was food and soap and living essentials and...
Like I told you last night, when we moved to Raleigh, we didn't expect to stay that first night.
Yeah.
And we were like, we have nothing, and we had to go out and buy stuff, and it was already late and we were tired.
Yeah. Also, it's very kind to include me in that, but Mao is the one who did the planning for that and like got all the stuff together and made the food. Like, all I did was
drive the car.
I drove the car and got things out of the car and dispersed a few things. That was it. Mao is the one that did all of that.
Oh,
so
it was a huge help. So
I'm glad it helped.
Renee says Royal We strikes again. Yeah, I'm not going to take credit for that, but yeah, it's nice because the other thing is we unloaded a lot of the truck and we were able to do that so fast because there were 5 of us, Yeah,
so we got the last stuff out. So if the truck is generally divided into, and the first thing that went in was the wall of boxes.
The heavy things too.
Well, in our case, it's mostly boxes.
Okay, yeah.
we have some very heavy boxes, and we had a lot of boxes, but we got rid of a lot of our furniture, and so we didn't have a lot of other heavy items. So in the front are all the boxes, in the middle is kind of some furniture, the little furniture that we did take. It's mostly like work tables and stuff. And then the back was the everything else, and we got the everything else out. So today will be the furniture and the boxes, so we can get the truck back.
And you have to kind of figure out where the furniture is going to go. So you have to like lay out the house a little bit,
or at least which rooms.
Yeah.
I think we know which rooms we're doing. So
okay, that was a thing that we had struggled with when we moved to North Carolina, because we were like trying to figure out like what is going to go where. We got to figure it out.
Yeah, there's a couple things that aren't.
Yeah,
it's like this room would have 2 good uses, and this room is the best for 2 different things, and every other room would be highly disadvantageous for these 2 different things. But
there is one room that faces east, and it has a little like windowsill seating place. And my suspicion, as Chaz's suspicion last night as well, is that the cats will love that because sun, comfortable sun, which is probably where Kepler is now, is in the sun.
It's not
room.
sunny today.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Well, he might still be down there.
Yeah.
And then be confused as why it's not.
Turn on the sun.
Hey, could you turn on the sun? Jeff says they have definitely expressed interest in it. Yeah. That'll probably be where they wind up. We got 300 bits from Jay Lineback says, so my cat recently had to go to the vet. He's doing better now, but giving him his meds has been challenging to say the least.
We know that struggle.
Yeah, yeah. I, for the longest time, I've been trying to, like, crunch up the pill and, like, add it to his wet food. But Kep recently is like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to eat at all. I don't want to eat wet food. So now we've just been, like, manually giving him the pill. I say we. Mal does it. I just hold his little arms.
That's because he does this with his claws.
He will get you. So I just grab his front paws, and then Mal goes.
I had to pill all 3 of them twice with the gabapentin. That was an experience.
Fun.
Who's the easiest to pill?
Now the easiest to pill is Koth, because he
Used
gets
to
a
it.
pill either every day or every other day for his lung condition.
Yeah.
And that's been the case for a year. So he's very used to the pill experience, and he's down with the flow of, well, I hate this, but I do get a treat immediately afterward.
Well,
But the other cats...
Jeff says Spencer just brought me a sock.
From where? All the socks are locked up. Where did you get it?
The socks are locked up.
I did. I locked up all the socks. Specifically so he could not do that. Where did he get a sock?
He found one.
Oh, there's a story about that. Let me finish Bill. So Koth is the easiest because he's in the flow of I get pilled and then I get treats. The others are just in the flow of, oh, Koth gets pilled and then we all get treat. So they don't have the connection. They don't have the connection of I get through the pilling and then I get the treat. So both the others were pretty difficult, but we got through it. But yes, so Vincer, as you may or may not know, if you're familiar with our large, loud, and not so smart boy Vincer, his favorite activity is to drag a sock from one end of the house to just out of reach of you, meowing the whole time
With it
in his mouth, and then he'll drop it, and then he'll continue to scream. I can only assume he's like, look at this thing I found. And it doesn't matter where you are in the house. Like, if there's a sock on the other end of the house, he will bring it to, again, just out of your reach, so you would have to get up to do something about it.
I have made a kill.
Yeah. So, we had just moved in. We didn't have any clothes unpacked. We were still wearing the socks we brought in, so it's like...
Where did he get this?
Yeah, I heard him doing the meow, and it was slightly muffled. I'm like, that sounds like you have a sock, but there shouldn't be any socks. And he had dragged out socks from the previous owner that were behind the washer. They're not our socks.
Incredible.
He found socks.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it does seem like he has a special ability. You know, like if there's ever a crime committed that has something to do with socks, I mean...
He will find the sock and bring it to just out of the detective's reach.
Renee says, could I borrow him? Dexter is missing several socks.
If he brought it to you, it would be so much more convenient. But it's just out of the way, like you're sitting down comfortably, and it's over there, and he's just screaming. So you have to get up and do something about it.
Does he take them from the laundry basket?
Yes.
And then you go put them back in.
Yeah, and like
Because
I've
that's where they
tried putting
belong.
things on top of them. He gets in and digs under things to get to socks. I've tried putting the laundry basket up high. He will jump up high and get into the laundry basket to get a sock. I threw out our old laundry basket. I'm getting one with a lid first thing this week.
Amazing.
But the socks are locked in the closet, and the closet door is closed. Where did he get a sock?
Fossick says we have an image of Venser with the sock. There's 2 things in the queue, so let me play them.
Sure.
There you
He
go.
found a sock.
Man. He's so proud of himself.
Oh yeah, he is.
That's just pride. That's like relaxation after a prideful activity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. Found footage of Chaz and Jeff's journey across the U.S.
I didn't know you went over the ocean.
Yeah, we went the long way around, apparently, according to Discord.
So glad you get to do that in person. That was 1600 from the Leaf 473. It says a 16th cents for socks, one might say. Yeah, 6 cents might be too many for Venser. Venser's probably operating on a solid 3.
His hearing's real bad these days.
I noticed last night.
They're all old kitties, and his hearing is bad. He needs a very loud noise to hear it.
Hey, but are you coming up? At your pace? Okay, whenever you get around to it. We got 45 months from Pete Cow.
He is a happy cat. He was cuddled right between us in bed tonight.
Oh, he's a very good, like... He reminds me a lot of Kepler.
Yeah.
Not quite the same. I think Kepler's a little smarter than Venster.
Hey, buddy.
Like, you're probably not as smart as Elspeth and Koth, buddy. But I do think you have Venser beat. I know it's a low bar. But you're very cute.
Offended.
Very
He's
offended.
gone. 43 months from grandson Brambo. 300 from Genesis. It says, yay, a printer at my work has to be serviced. Oh, that's everyone's favorite
Printer.
activity. Everyone loves it when the printers don't work.
Goodbye, bird.
We got 500 bits from Anorak King. Says, I am way behind on the YouTube content, but it's good to be here at present. Hi, Chaz. Also, my girl is now 6 months old, and that's wild. They grow. Mm-hmm. And then it like doesn't stop.
No.
And like that happens to everybody, but like at a certain point, there's not a lot that's like happening. But in the first, like 16, 18 years of a person's life, they just like completely change. Source, I saw a child once. I can tell you all about it. We also had 19 months from Sacudamus. Thank you.
Yep.
Brandon says, I'm behind on YouTube content and I have a 6-month-old. Maybe these are related.
Yamadorgon said, Venser is socks, Elspeth is knife. What is Koth?
Koth is the good boy.
Hello.
Koth does not bring trouble around.
Kepo.
Not smart enough to get in trouble is a good trait.
Oh, he's smart enough to get in trouble. He's just a good boy.
Oh, I'm glad he's good. Kep is mostly good. And then sometimes
Not.
needs attention and will do things to get it.
I mean,
buddy.
Koth does antagonize Elspeth. What did Jeff say?
Yeah, I missed that too. Can you scroll up?
Sorry, I was...
Distracted by Kepler.
Yeah. Koth
Yeah.
instigates fights.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
Koth and Elspeth have not gotten along in the entire, 12 or 13 years they've lived in the same
Yeah.
house. And occasionally Elspeth will start a fight, but usually it's Koth looking to start a fight.
Do you think that maybe they'll like resolve their differences now that they're in a completely new home?
I guess it's possible.
It
It
is
is
possible.
possible. Because a lot of times it has to do with like territory. And if you're in a completely new place,
He does go over and chomp on Venser's ears, but Venser doesn't mind that, so.
yeah, with a completely new area, it's possible that things could get reset. Because there is no territory right now. Mm-hmm. So,
It's possible.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice if there was finally a time of peace? Yeah, Slick Trick says, when will the cat treaty be signed? Yeah, they each have a floor. One of the things that I think is interesting is that when you lived in Indiana, the cats were fed in different places.
Yeah.
In order to, I guess, prevent...
Yeah, it's a cheap piece.
Yes. So that's like something new that will have to be figured out here.
Yeah, we established them a home base in one of the bathrooms, and all the food's there right now, so we'll see. Someone asked about the names. They're all from Magic Planeswalkers.
Yep. Venser, Elspeth, and Koth. I'm like vaguely familiar with the colors.
Yeah. The personalities of the Planeswalkers do not match those of the cats in the slightest. So...
That's fine. That's totally fine. Oh, we're relaxed now.
Now we're happy. Hi, sweetheart.
He did just want, like, lap time last night.
Yeah.
So he's probably still in that. Elspeth is a bit of a righteous diva.
She is the princess.
She is.
She knows it.
Yeah. Renaissance says, wait, I came late. Chaz joined the collective? Yep, Chaz and Jeff are a part of the Raleigh Collective now.
Moved in last night.
Right at the end of the year. We're going into 2024 with 9 people.
Makes taxes easier. Does.
I guess.
Don't have any years where you're partially in 2 states.
It's true. It's true. Dan also got back because Dan was visiting family. Dan got back late last night. And then Alex and Haley will be back sometime this weekend. They should be back in time for New Year's. And then I don't know where Josh.
We know where Jepson is.
We know where Josh is. We just have no idea when he's coming back. Like sometime in January, at some point. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah. Me too. We've been working at this for a long time.
You have. Yeah. I was curious if people probably could have guessed that Chaz and Jeff are going to move here at some point anyway.
I mean, we have said it in various places.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, not like right here, but yeah, it's been said in different places on the internet. And then the other thing is, yeah, you have hinted at it a lot. Also, at the initial Raleigh visit in May 2022, like you were there.
Yeah.
We were scouting.
Did you see what NDL said?
We were scouting the location.
I have a lot of people to tell I changed address today. That's one of my things to do today is put in the change of address as many places as I can think of.
Yeah.
And we need to unload more of the moving truck. We need to get some first day supplies, things that found out we're missing.
It's a whole thing. Moving is hard.
We realized we had done a real good sweep of the house, and Brandon was a big part of that. But the one thing we realized we forgot was we left the cat litter scoops. Because there's little pegs on the basement stairs that they hang on, and they're still hanging right there.
I mean, you did have to move your belongings out of a place that you've lived for like
14 years.
14
in that
years.
house.
So
Me 14 years and Jeff 10.
yeah, that's a long
I have
time.
not moved in 14 years. It was an experience.
In 14 years, I have moved so many times.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad that you're here and you don't have to think about the process of
The worst
moving
of it
for
is
a while.
over.
Yeah, the worst is over. So
That's true. Lost Vagabond said there's, at some point I said there's stuff in my attic from before I knew I was gay. It was absolutely true.
it's also, I think the other thing that is bizarre about moving, especially in your case, is when you have that much accumulation of stuff over 14 years, you're going to be like finding stuff that you haven't seen or thought about in a lifetime. Like a lot happens in 14 years.
There was a lot of stuff we found that we did not know the provenance of.
Oh.
Didn't know how this got into my house. Didn't know who it was from. I mean, it belongs to the dump now, but...
We had 36 months from Jet Prower. Congrats on the 3. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw you move.
Reach over.
And I was like, but I didn't connect it until the fear began. Galactic Baron gifted a sub to Welcome Boy.
Thanks.
And 1600 bits from Gamer Girl Life says, morning everyone. I'm visiting my aunt in Iowa and we'll be traveling back to Wisconsin. Gonna get some good vibes for safe travels with 2 dogs, dad, brother, and me. Good vibes.
Yep.
Good vibes.
It's a lot in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not been to Iowa. It touches Wisconsin, and I haven't been to
Yeah,
Iowa.
I think Iowa is also a state I've never been to. Because I'm trying to think of why I would have been there, and I'm
You
like,
wouldn't.
I wouldn't have. I haven't done that. Renee says it's okay. You aren't missing much.
Corey's in Iowa. He does the weather. You knew that, right? Corey Beck.
Oh,
He's a weatherman in Iowa.
I didn't know that. Neat.
I'm just throwing out a name you haven't thought of in a decade and a half.
We got that email from Reed like a few months ago whenever they were launching Earthbound USA, and it's like CC'd to all these people, and I'm like reading these names, and I'm like, it's like immediately aged. It was great.
Corey's a weatherman in Iowa. He has been for a while.
Yeah, at some point, Mal and I have talked about wanting to get to all the states.
If you're in Iowa and you watch the TV news and your weatherman is Corey, we know that, Corey.
There's like
Is it possible there's more than one
Yes.
weather Corey in Iowa? Maybe not.
Yeah, it feels unlikely, doesn't it? Unless it's just like that's where all the Corys go.
When a Corey graduates weather school, they're like, you have to go to Iowa.
they get assigned to Iowa.
Yeah. I do like the concept of weather Corey. What job does your Corey have? Mine's weather. Oh, okay. I have beach Corey.
It sucks if Beach Corey gets sent to Iowa.
Yes. that Corey's very sad. Corey's out of a job right now. My job is beach. That movie just got put on the streaming services. The reason I know is I saw an ad for it.
Oh.
It was like, you have to have Max.
Oh,
What?
is it on Max?
It's like, you get Max now. And I was like, okay, thanks. Anyway, yeah, so the next step in all of this is that very interesting period at the beginning when you've moved to a place and you have to figure out like what you need.
Yeah.
And then you grab that stuff, and then shortly thereafter, there's another one of those because you're like, wait, I didn't get all this.
Well, we threw out a lot.
Yeah, you moved with very little
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm very jealous.
Very, very little stuff. To put it into perspective, and this is 100% true, the truck that Chaz and Jeff brought to hold the accumulation of all of their stuff was smaller than the truck that I rented to just move the video games here. I don't know what that says about me, but that puts into perspective exactly like the amount of either the amount of stuff that they brought or the amount of video games that we own. One of the two.
I mean, we did not bring a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did not bring most furniture.
Yeah.
We kept a couch and a couple chairs and some work tables, and like one bookshelfy thing, but
Yeah.
Aldo says, but Chaz, where did you put your complete Wii U, and GameCube collection?
Bagman's correct. I took pictures of my yearbooks and tossed them out. I was ruthless.
That's a ruthless move. But also like
It's not stuff that I want.
yeah. I mean, so the good thing about it is that like I've had that exact same thought in terms of there's a lot of stuff that like you want to look at, and like the tangible nature of it doesn't matter to me either. So like being able to take photos of things
That's what I did.
and toss them is actually a very powerful ability.
The cake bake trophies from Cub Scouts, photos and toss.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, there's... I still have so many personal belongings
At your parents'?
at my parents' house. And being back there for Christmas was just a reminder of like, oh my God. Like, I never have enough time to go through those things when I'm there.
I have teaching stuff there I need to go through.
You have a huge
Oh, there's like 3 of those.
Tupperware container of that stuff. So yeah, we need to deal with that at some point.
Yeah, Pinewood Derby cars, they got chucked.
Thomas says, I'm back at my parents and there is nothing here that's mine and it's great. I'm very jealous of that. I'm very jealous. Like, there's things I need to bring back. Like, 2/3 or 3/4 of like the Nintendo Power
Library.
collection is at my parents' house still. So I do need to bring that back. And then there's some board games that we might want.
I won't Pinewood Derby, just like I haven't since 2nd grade.
I think I have one big plastic tote at my mom's of stuff she's just thrown in there over the years, like the newspaper from the day I was born that she kept, things like that are in that tote.
Yeah. Like,
But-
I know
And then the other stuff at my mom's is like stuff that she wants me to have.
I know that there's a tote under my parents' bed that is like everything I ever made in school. For like my entire life. Like if I wrote like a paper or I drew a picture or like anything. Morning, Haley.
Morning, Haley.
I hate what Haley wrote. So like that's a good example of like I could benefit of taking photos or scanning that stuff if I really want it and then just getting rid of the originals because it's huge. It's taking up a big thing. Haley, we love and miss you. We'll see you this weekend. Yeah. Hope you're having fun with family. God, this cat's out.
He's so happy.
He's very, very happy.
No one can even see him. Haley says, just here to cause disaster before I eat breakfast.
Right on cue.
We do have... There are 11 holiday eddies left, and then once they have expired, we'll go back to normal eddies.
I didn't know Eddie food expired.
I mean, in some cases, it's like already expired. And then some of it's too fresh. I don't like it. I don't like it when it's like wildebeest cereal. It's like fresh wildebeest cereal. Little guy.
Happy cat.
So, I'll be helping y'all out later.
Appreciate it.
I'm doing nothing after breakfast stream.
Yeah, Mal's gonna help you probably sooner. I am streaming at 1 to do Starfield, because I gotta get more Starfield done. But after that, I'll probably be spending the evening. Whatever you need, we can accomplish and do.
We have chicken chili for dinner.
Oh yeah, you made dinner last night, but you have dinner planned for tonight too.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. Oh snap!
It's very wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to think about that part. So like it's nice if you move later. Like you are the 8th and 9th people here, and there's so many people here now that can be like, oh well, we got this.
There's a lot of help.
It makes it a lot simpler,
Yeah.
which is nice. So.
A Christmas morning tradition. Tiny Eddie's angelic gingerbread eggnog elixir with a hint of wreath.
Just a hint of wreath. Like 2 needles.
Is that like pulp? Is it like pulp and orange juice? That was Mr. Maldo says, gotta eat all these leftover Eddies before the new year. Tiny Eddie's angelic gingerbread eggnog elixir with a hint of wreath. Do you like wreath in your eggnog, Mal, or no?
No.
Gingerbread eggnog sounds a little much.
You could probably just take eggnog and add extra spices to it, and it would taste gingerbread-esque.
Okay.
I mean, if you grate some nutmeg on top and call that the hint of wreath.
I think it needs pine, personally. But I'm a purist when it comes to wreath foods.
I see.
That's how I've always felt.
Jingle all the way to Flavortown with Tiny Eddie's tinsel-topped turkey tidbits.
Just
Sorry,
a sprinkle of
jingle
tinsel.
all the way to Flavortown. That's very good. That's what's from Loonigazer says, let's make it 10 Holiday Eddies. What you got, Eddie? Tiny Eddie's tinsel-topped turkey tidbits. You should not eat tinsel.
Especially the old-fashioned aluminum kind.
Yeah, that's so dangerous. Oh my god.
Get the really old-fashioned lead kind.
Ooh,
That's my
yes.
What kind of sauce do you want on your turkey? Oh, we just do lead. We just do lead tinsel in my house. I also don't know what a turkey tidbit is.
Unwrap the joy of snacking with Tiny Eddie's glittering reindeer corn crunch.
That sounds like it might be for reindeer.
It is.
Personally, okay. That's bits from Blue-Haired Cyborg. It says Eddie's food doesn't expire. There's just a countdown until it gains sentience. What monstrosity is next, Eddie? Glittering reindeer corn crunch.
It's the glitters in the corn that makes Rudolph's nose glow.
That's how it works.
It's the radioactivity of the cereal.
Oh, they glitter so they go fast. That makes sense.
If something
It makes them fly.
I like the idea that they're normal reindeer
That's what makes them
and eating
Santa's reindeer.
eating this special food. Like if the sleigh starts to go down, Santa's like, "Oh crap," and he's like trying to feed them. Gotta
Shove
stay
the corn
in
in
the
the reindeer mouth.
Renee says, Steven, do not eat glitter to fly over that ditch. I just recently saw that clip again because Tim has it part of his countermeasures for us. And, man, I wish I could have jumped that ditch.
I know.
That feels like an era ago.
That
was a
ago.
complete different era in my life. And now what am I supposed to do? I don't have any ditches to jump here.
We can find you one.
Find me a ditch. It was 2 houses ago.
I don't know that I want you jumping ditches.
Chaz has vetoed that.
Why?
Because you will break,
You will break.
and then work won't get done.
Do you know what he told me this morning, Chaz?
What's that?
He's like, my legs really hurt. And I was like, from going up and down all the stairs at your house last night? And he's like, yeah, I need to do PT.
Yeah. Well, I on Christmas Day, that was the most I've hurt in like 2 months. Like I hurt as much on Christmas as before I started PT. And the reason for it was that there had been like 2 or 3 days leading up to Christmas that I hadn't done PT because I was busy with things. And then I drove and I was in the car for like 3 hours. So the next day was Christmas and I was it was bad. I couldn't, I normally sit like cross-legged at Christmas and I couldn't do it because my knee was bothering me again. So I had to have like one leg out. It was a mess. I got through it.
Did you hear that elbow pop?
Yeah, it's fine. Circle Square says, did you take ibuprofen? I did. I had 400 milligrams of ibuprofen in my body, and it helped a little bit.
I'll probably have to ibuprofen at some point. My back hurts a little for some reason.
That little blue bag is all the stuff from
Yeah.
the piñata.
Thank you.
Josh's piñata for his birthday.
Oh.
That had all the ibuprofen and Tylenol and antacids
Sorry, I was
in it.
trying to connect what piñata had anything to do with anything, but yes.
I put all of those in that bag,
This
and then
year,
I brought
there-
that to their house so they had a few medicines in case they needed it.
Yeah, I forgot. There was a piñata this year.
We actually got our medicine box. It was one of the boxes we got out, so.
I did see that.
Get it, buddy. Good work. Fossix gifted a sub to Super Nintendo World. Yeah, I saw the photos of that. Fossix has been posting photos of his Japan trip in the Discord, and I'm most jealous of the food. because the food is great, but
Have
also...
you seen the train photos Fossix has posted?
Maybe. Mostly I remember food, and then Fossix also went to Super Nintendo World, so yeah, it's very cool. It's
Time to
very cool.
Time to stand.
Time to stand. Jealous of public transportation.
Very much.
There are things that are, they're different there. They're different. Oh, Renee says, "Oh, the challenges you can do now." Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to push back into
Being active?
yeah, like less. I mean, I'll still do physical therapy, but like less physical therapy and more like exercise as we get into 2024. And it'll be nice to have even more people to motivate.
I mean, the problem is like
Run.
I'm run,
Cycle.
and you're walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll
So if we
spread
decide-
out pretty fast.
Yeah. You just have to start first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I at some point if I get bike, then I'll
Well, that's
keep
even
up.
worse for me. Make me sad.
You
Well,
can get bike.
what we need to do. Well, see, here's the thing. Jeff run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the two of you run. I and Brandon bike. So the two of you bike, and then I can walk with so many people. Done. So I got people to walk with. I can walk with Dan or Josh or Alex or Haley. We had 9 months from Strawberry Hearts. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the other problem is there's walk and then there's Stephen walk.
Ah, that's true. Stephen Walk is a light jog.
It's just I can walk slower.
You have to.
I can walk slower. Renee says, "Don't do that to poor Haley. She would have to run." I mean, if I go somewhere with Haley, like I don't sprint in front of her. Dan says, "I can walk, but not. I can walk slower. I can walk at a decreased rate. I can do it. It's hard. Like it's harder to do because I have to take my brain and make it do slower."
Dan says hi.
Morning, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Yeah.
We live in the same place.
Isn't it nice? It's so great. You'll have to figure out like the stores, and then you'll slowly be like you'll go to the restaurants that we've already been to, but we'll go again because we like them. Like one of the things that Jeff was talking to me about last night is he's like, there's so much Indian food here, and I was like,
There's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, he's like, I'm really excited. He's like, yeah, I'm excited to try it. And he's like, and you will, by association, be retrying it again. And I was like, that's fine. You don't have to twist my arm to get me to go eat Indian food.
We won't
Gazer,
take you to Golden Corral, though.
I won't go to Golden Corral.
what if you get in the car and it's your birthday and you don't know where you're going and you...
That's not my birthday. I actually know where I'm going for my birthday.
All right.
That's a fun little fact.
You planned it? Like for your birthday? Like you were like, it's my birthday, I want to do this?
Mal's not thinking about this hard enough.
That's-
Luna
I
Gazer
am.
gifted a sub to Motion Dan. Thank you, Luna Gazer. I appreciate it. That's Brandon's birthday. Brandon, I don't know if Brandon wants to go back to Golden Corral.
You don't know if he does?
I don't know if he
don't
does,
know?
but I want him to know that if he wants to go, I will go. You know, I think the only two people in TRC that agreed to go back to Golden Corral were me and Haley.
Yes.
And like, it's not something that I want to do. It's just something that like I would do.
It's time for you to put that on a new friend group.
We're kicking you out.
No, I mean you can stay in this friend group. You have to Golden Corral experience with a different group of people.
I think maybe I could just go to Golden Corral and just sit with whoever's there.
Ah, that's a good idea.
You know, I'll go in and I'll be like, who's here for like the second time this week, and then I'll sit with whoever's raises.
So
their
with
hand.
Jennifer and Kyle.
No, Fossix, it won't be the mods. I need the mods. we can't have them all leaving.
Dan says, I'd eat the tacos if I was kidnapped and forced to. See, that's like, they should put that on their sign, in their advertisement.
Vagabond's down.
It's really not that bad if you know what to eat and you don't step in the human feces. Like, as long as you get that down, then you're fine. You're totally fine. Anyway, so as a reminder, today, in about 3 hours, I'm doing Starfield. That's 1 p.m. We're getting closer to the end of the game, so that's fun. There you go. And, let's see, what is this? And then tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, the continuation of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, where we, I don't know, shrine? Probably shrine, I think.
Do you hear his stomach?
Yeah.
I mean, you've done a lot of things.
I mean, we only have Fishburg left.
Here in Fishburg.
We still have, like, towers we still haven't gone to. And, like, tiers to get.
Oh, yeah, we are still missing entire sections of the map,
We are,
aren't we?
correct.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
There's the
One-
city that everyone has talked about that's under attack that you
Correct.
have not visited.
Southeast. Mm-hmm.
What?
You know how whenever you see someone from Lurelin Village, you're like, oh man, Lurelin Village.
Oh, yeah,
it's so
pirates.
attacked."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
We'll go there.
Yeah, this might be the week we can do Heroes Path.
Maybe.
What if we didn't?
Chaz can come stop you now.
I want to do it because we haven't done it for like several weeks, and now it's fun to go through the whole thing. It's gonna be great. Desi Destel says, "Are you doing the Q&A tomorrow?" No. I do want to do a Q&A because we always do one at the end of the year. I just don't know when. We'll try and figure that out because we're gonna be busy on New Year's because we're gonna have a New Year's party.
It's not a great week for extra streams for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine why.
I'm doing a couple things.
Yeah, we might just do it like start the year off with it,
Maybe.
and then just call it 2023's. It doesn't matter. So, we also had 64 months from Spiffla.
That's a video game console.
Oh yeah.
Those are the games for that.
On screen, it looks like you pointed to Switch.
Next to GameCube.
Like, look.
That way. Nope. They're that way. They're that way.
Sorry, I was trying to point to Switch and I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like, I did this, but with both fingers. I was like, that ain't it. And then I was like, how does this work? Yeah, there we go. Those are Switch.
Are we doing a New Year's stream? No, we are not.
No. There will not be a New Year's stream. I mean, there might be. It just wouldn't be on New Year's. So I guess the answer to that question is no. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Chaz has got stuff to do.
Just a couple things to do.
Mal's probably got stuff to do. But I will see y'all at 1 p.m. Eastern today for Starfield. And that's it. All right. Where's the button? There's the button. See you then.